and he's on today. We talked to him. He's got a podcast that, is out there, does well. He's a funny guy. He's actually a comedian, but he does a lot of some politics, some comedian stuff, sort of a mixed bag, right?
Yeah, it's very interesting. He loves Dick Cavett, or his set is kind of based on Dick Cavett, a talk show from the 1970s.
Yeah, I barely remember, but yeah.
And he kind of lays back. He's got a really kind of likable personality. He's kind of pithy. He's a little bit political, and then he'll say stuff that's slightly off kilter. And so it's very interesting.
Yeah, he kind of catches people off guard on his show because they don't really know where he's coming from. And but he's a comic at the root of it all, and he knows us, and we brought him on, and we had a good chat with him. Actually, some good laughs. You never know what you're getting, really, but if we can get some good laughs out of it.
It's flattering when you meet younger comedians who are kind of like excited to meet us and asking us a couple questions. That was interesting. But yeah, he's a very charming young man, and I enjoyed it very much.
Here he is, Adam Friedland. Don't get mad. I have to text the whole podcast. No, I'm done. Okay.
Who are you texting? Sandler?
I'm trying to text. Trying to get spots. No, I'm kidding.
Sandler's listening to this podcast, so every time his name is mentioned,
no, stop, guys.
I say Thabathu just as a signal to that Adam.
Yeah.
That this Adam is on. Anyway,
it's like the ear tug, the Mary Tyler Moore ear tug to her mother,
Carol Burnett.
Carol Burnett.
Jesus,
we come from this.
Gone off track.
I'm blowing it right now, guys.
We can get out of 45 minutes. We can get
oh my god,
it's impossible
like
to blow it on our podcast.
Exposed to the school. Everyone's laughing at me right now. You guys are. I'm a huge fan. I mean, like it's very cool to meet you guguys. I do a talk show and I meet people. And I'm not nervous around anyone. Literally,
I've seen it.
Delusions of grandeur. Narcissist. But like around you guys is like it is but an honor. I've been a fan my entire lives of the both of yous.
So first time we haven't interrupted someone. Thank you. We want to hear the whole compliment.
Yeah, for the first time we kept our mouths shut. We don't want to interrupt that flow. But yeah, I was the same way. I'm up the ladder from you. So when I met Steve Martin or something,
Shecky Green.
Yeah. When he met Buster Keaton.
You know about Shecky Green,
Heshy
right?
Teshowitz.
Do you know Shecky Green?
Who's that?
Oh, Heshy Teshowitz. He was he raped like half of
Anyway, we're gonna go to a commercial and come back.
Anyways,
Adam,
we'll be back with Hollywood rape stories with our guest Adam.
Dana
Friedland.
was on the set as a child when Buster Keaton was hanging off the clock.
Oh, BK.
Oh, really?
Yeah, BK. I said, man, that's too high.
1936.
Oh no, it's all right. I got ring lights. I got a mic under here.
Yeah.
This is your grandpa's podcast. But anyway, let's go back to compliments. What do you like best about what floats your boat about David Spade?
Yeah.
Nothing at all. I'm talking to you.
Just shoot me. Okay, so we got
no. I mean, I've seen 100, maybe 100, probably 100 movies with you. I mean, I've seen literally every single Happy Madison. It's a very important thing for me and my group of friends. I had a Schneider on my talk show.
I saw that episode. Loved it.
Yeah.
Come on. What are you talking about?
I had a Schnauzer. I had a small dog. He's a tall glass of water. That boy.
Schneider. I just
Rob
saw
Schneider.
I had no idea he was like I thought I didn't know he was like 5'2".
Yeah. When
I always thought he was like 6'8".
Schneider looks so huge on camera.
He has
on camera. He's a titan.
I'm telling you what, though, whatever the numbers are, the confidence Rob has as a person going in the room, and he's the only one who'll
yell at him,
Sandler shit and stuff.
Yeah.
That confidence makes you taller or makes you bigger. It makes you forget,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I went to AC to see Sandler perform, and Schneider opened for him for my friend's bachelor party. And I told Rob I loved his closer. It happened to be one of the only non-political jokes.
Are you being arrested?
No, I live in New York City. It's a hellscape. It's a violent anti-Semitic hellscape. So,
dude, is there garbage on the streets? That's what I heard.
So that's not Nick Mullen?
Yeah, they don't have alleyways. The city planning, they didn't factor in alleyways, so we have garbage on the streets.
But you've got Ma'am Danny now to kind of.
He promised.
He's a good friend. He's my friend.
Yeah,
we're friends.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good. I'm going to say nice things. No,
he probably grew up watching you guys as well. I mean, it's the first like leader that I met where it dawned on me that he's like of my generation.
Right.
And it was like, we were like talking about like hip hop and like soccer. Like we suck.
I have a question.
We're like we're millennial men.
Can I ask you a question? So this is kind of what I gather, because I saw your precursor for your show, and you had a CRT television. You know, when you do your little preamble up front. Yeah. And you also, it looked like you were filming it from something deconstructed from the 80s or 90s. That segment, there was a wash over it. It was kind of dull, but it felt very retro. And I find that people who came through the analog age, the end of it, went into the digital age, have nostalgia for that era. Like when you were a little kid, right? So is that like an emotional touch point for you? Like, do we also trigger that with you watching us when you were like 10, 12?
You're triggering something. And but you can't see down here. No, but no, that is modeled after a reference image. So the show is kind of modeled after Cavett. So it's like a long form talk show, right? So it's the attempt was to like revive some. I do a talk. I don't know.
I've seen it many times. I think you're great at it. I love it, and I love the Dick Cavett reference. I think Dick Cavett has only gotten shiny and brighter as we go forward. I mean, his long form interviews with like Robert Mitchum, these old timey movie stars for like an hour. It's so, and then you're hearing the sirens. Tiny audience. So I'll watch it on YouTube some nights. I'll just go on a Dick Cavett run. You know,
they age so well, and the thing that's cool about it was because of the format of like long form interview, and it like free flowing conversation. You could see a famous person for who they are as a guy, you know,
totally.
And talk shows nowadays it's I don't even know if they make money for the networks anymore. It's like tell me your vacation, your story about losing your luggage. And then what's the movie? And then there's the clip. And it's like, there are these like kind of like weird, like legacy, like products that just exist because they have to be there.
It's super surfacey. I mean, in the old days, I don't even know when they invented boredom. It was probably like late 80s, because Tom Snyder's show was, again, just he had Dan Aykroyd on. They would talk for 45 minutes straight. It was like no commercials. And you would learn a lot. You're right. It would go a little deeper than just, I heard you bought a dog recently, and then you do your dog.
Oh, yeah. And he also had Gore Vidal and Norman Mailer, and really enemies and fights and weirdness would happen on Dick Cavett and real tension, you know. But the talk show's dying. It basically, late night talk shows took in about 485 million pre-pandemic between all of them. Now it's like 50% less. 190.
You know that? How do you
Isn't
know
that crazy? He's got a chart in his room.
I'm curious. I love these machines. I love to research stuff.
Yeah, I love money. Yeah.
I
know nothing. I know nothing about money. I don't know. The objective really was just to like I did a podcast for so long that was like quite successful. And
Cumtown. Nick Mullen, who's a kindred spirit. I think he's a great improviser doing characters and impressions, and I thought you guys played off the great
guy ever. Yeah.
And Savros, there was a great chemistry between you three.
Yeah, it was kind of like just a friendship simulator, I guess, for people, because it's like you don't see people listening to a podcast, so you're kind of in a living room And then like once you stop recording, then you start having the argument about what to have for lunch. It's kind of like, it feels like you're in a living room with friends hanging out.
It was either overtly performative when Nick would do impressions, or it was so lo-fi, and the way you guys would even dress in your whole body language. And sometimes you get really tight on the mic and kind of talk really soft. And so it drew you in. But my question for you is this. You didn't do ads, right?
We did. Yeah,
we did ads and Patreon.
We would do the worst ads. Yeah.
Okay.
We would do the absolute worst ads ever. Like we had boner pill companies, which are like literal pharmaceuticals. We'd make really just irresponsible claims. we had no idea why they were like signing up still, but I think because the ads became part of the show, they became
they're
part
funny.
Of, like, the comedy.
Well, you know, they're in a meeting one day going, "Did you know these guys from Cumtown are goofing on our?"
No,
why do we keep buying on Cumtown?
No, seriously. I think because people skip the reads, right? I hate ads. I hate the 30-second skip button.
We love our advertisers, but go ahead.
No, I mean, you guys, I mean, some of the worst. I mean, you barely know how to read. Both but genuinely, we were working 2 hours a week, and then Stav was still doing the road. Nick and I got really lazy.
Lazier than 2 hours a week?
Well, yeah. I mean, I didn't have to work. I mean, I stopped doing stand-up kind of. It's just like, I thought I sucked also. I was kind of like the nebbish of the show. You know, Nick is like the funniest guy ever. Sav is one of the funniest guys ever. Yeah. Like, you know, I was like, oh, I'm just like the gay, like the gay Jew, you know? And then with this show, it's like it's just a series of accidents. I think it started off as a joke to make me into like a public intellectual,
you're the new Jon Stewart. They said,
"Oh,
who's they?"
I'm gonna blow it. Literally, I'm just wearing glasses. I mean, they think I'm something that I'm not. I'm
just wearing
glasses. I'm a stupid guy. But beyond that, this requires a lot of effort. And like the scary thing about trying is that if you try as hard as you can find out that you have no talent.
Yeah.
And what's ended up happening is that it's gone really well.
I just have to tell you, Dana, there's something I'm excited about. Now, you remember we talked about Jury Duty, the show.
Oh,
Season 1. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that one, I saw it on TikTok, and then it was kind of a word of mouth thing. It blew up. It was funny. And it actually all pulled together, which I was shocked they pulled that thing together.
Yeah.
And I was like, will they do it again? And they did.
And cool. I think that's very cool.
It was set in the courtroom the first time, and this is going to be a company retreat.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jury Duty presents Company Retreat. It takes this groundbreaking social experiment out of the courthouse, stay with me, Dana.
I got it.
And drops it into the most relatable setting ever, the company corporate retreat. And if you've ever survived that awkward team building exercises or a trust fall with coworkers, you know the vibe.
Yeah. I mean, this is an inspired idea, I got to say, after Jury Duty, to put it in a company retreat. This season follows Anthony, a real temp hired by Rockin' Grandma's Hot Sauce for their annual retreat.
Right there, they should figure it out. Rockin' Grandma's Hot Sauce.
Yeah, I know. Except he has no idea the entire thing is staged around him. It's a workplace comedy meets hidden camera. And it's unpredictable. It's authentic. It's so full of heart. The stakes are higher. The laughs are bigger. And it still celebrates the goodness in people. And here's the wild part. Rockin' Grandma's Hot Sauce, they're actually making it.
Okay.
And the flavors will be available on Amazon.
Oh, my God. I wonder if they started that first or if they just made up that name and then it sounded funny. But it's going to get a lot of attention. But, you know, this thing... I'm kind of glad they didn't do it in the courtroom again because someone would figure that out, I would think.
Oh, I don't think they could do it in the courtroom. I think the company retreat is the next best one. Yeah.
It's hard to think of where to do it, but they did a good job. So looking forward to that.
Me too. Streaming on Prime Video, March 20th.
Cumtown is still around, or is it for sure gone?
No. Cumtown is gone. You like it. You should.
I like that Cumstain sounds so different.
It's so cool that you know about Nick. That's so cool.
I had
I'm sure he would like
young people turn me on to it and say,
really.
you should go on this show, and so you can riff with Nick.
Wow.
So he's great.
That's awesome to hear. Yeah.
Straight up, as they say, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean,
no cap,
really
dude.
I don't say that kind of stuff. I'm fucking.
Yeah,
I'm 38.
That's you and Mandani over there, like no cap, Mandani.
No, me and Mandani we have plans.
We have plans. We go to
Soviet style.
Yeah,
Soviet style plans. Yeah.
What kind of apartment could I get as kind of a casual acquaintance of the mayor now through you? If I wanted a 1-bedroom in the Village, nice, what could I get it for if we connected through Danny?
I don't think the mayor does real estate.
Okay, that's an answer.
Maybe I was probing.
Okay. I was just probing in case. We know Lorne Michaels. Here's a question I have for you.
It'd be funny if he had he had to get a side job.
He still does open houses.
Yeah,
he's a real estate agent.
The mayor's been destroying himself as a cocktail waitress at night.
Yeah,
so he's in trouble. Yeah,
that's funny.
Would you have aspirations for SNL, or have ever thought about it or were you?
I mean, as a kid, it was the coolest thing in the world. But I think I'm kind of too old probably now. Yeah. I'm 38.
Phil,
I kind of have a thing going, but I'm very close with like Sarah's Sherman. She's like one of my good friends.
That
we live
nerd.
Spade. Yeah, I know you guys. You guys are friends, right?
Absolutely.
That's so awesome.
Isn't that funny? All she does is yell at me and boss me around.
Don't take that shit from her. What the fuck does she know?
I can't help
What has she done with her life?
Just warn, man.
I'm like, why are you my boss?
No, I mean she's like one of that's like fan.
Well, we love her. Hey, can we talk about her special a little bit? I watched it the other night.
I was there. I was there for the.
You were there.
It's the wildest thing, and it's only her could do it. I was just
her commitment to being bananas is so good.
Yeah.
And attacking the audience. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think women can do it. I think they could do comedy. For a long time we doubted it, but I thought,
yeah, this is just a recent thing.
The chance it's
like the last.
This isn't male or female. This is an X-rated haunted house.
Come on, how many of them are funny?
Show. What?
How many?
Adam, don't even get us.
Women.
1,000 million.
I'm just kidding. They're funnier than us, of course. They tell great stories.
Well,
no, I'm just making fun of Sarah.
We had to give it up. We were in that mode back in the '80s for Nora Dunn didn't think they were represented, and then all of a sudden Sherry O'Terry and Tina Fey and Kristen Wiig, and that the women kind of took over the show in some ways.
I thought that it was the old boys club. I thought this was the kind of stuff you guys said. I don't even believe that.
Do it during
I think women are fabulous. Now and so funny, and their stories, they really go somewhere, and they're really interesting, and they went to CVS.
Are you reading a lot? Where are you getting this point of view from?
No, this is he's just talking off the top of his head.
I co-sign all that. I mean,
I'm teased. I don't believe that stuff.
No, I'm too. I'm in your frequency right now. I get this.
All my
Sarah's special is disgusting and revolting, and it's so fun, and she's a singular voice, and she's a lovely friend, and
when you're genuine, it's kind of sickening.
I know, it's disgusting. Really, it sounds like I'm like trying to molest you or something. When I'm being nice. Yeah, I'm like molesting with compliments. Yeah,
you're like Sarah's mullet.
Stand up. I know. Is kind of boring a lot of time. I don't know. When you everybody.
I hate it.
Guy masturbated in front of my cat, and the elbows on the mic. And Sarah never is boring.
She walks out and goes to this guy. You act like you don't have a butthole. That's like I'm like okay. She's already got us. She's doing stuff that's very different. Very hard to find different.
Well, I liked it. She took the Seinfeld riff and she would press a button and do a little. I didn't know you could do that. Like I thought Seinfeld would go, "You can't have it." No. Sorry,
right,
Jerry.
She doesn't get in trouble for doing that, right? Would you have to clear that, Adam?
I had to talk to Jerry, and Netanyahu. I had to talk to both of them. They're fine now.
Did you hear my joke that I was saying that all my exes got a podcast now? It's called Didn't Come Town.
Really?
Boop, chicka, boom, 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 boom.
Don't say that. I'm sure they were climaxing.
What's the punchline?
Yeah, I'm going to do the Seinfeld bass for the rest of the time we do the podcast.
I saw a video recently of how they did it, and it was a synthesizer. I thought my entire life was a slap bass. Yeah.
Don't do this to me.
Okay, yeah.
There's a YouTube video of the composer doing the music.
Oh, really?
And, yeah, it's all and he's doing it live to the episode.
No.
Yeah. But it blew my mind. It was like I thought. Dude,
I'm so old. I was on the lot at CBS
so
Radford when we were doing Just Shoot Me. Oh, a couple of people remember. And also they were doing Seinfeld. And I'd see him on his bike. It was the greatest lot. Of course, just filed for bankruptcy. The lot, terrifying in LA. Thanks, Karen Bass. Thanks, Gavin. Your friends. I'm kidding.
Whoops.
Who is that?
I don't know. I'm just trying to put blame somewhere.
Gavin,
the Hollywood industry is dying.
He's on your show?
Yeah.
Tell him to beef up fucking Hollywood. Bring it back.
Who's going on, Gavin?
Send me a list. I would say this is a great idea.
I'll text you some ideas because we'll get this place back in track.
It's Gavin Newsom. Is that who the guest is?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have three next week. 3 big ones.
Yeah.
The Hollywood studio system is dying. The amount of productions is dying.
Yeah.
And so they have to do something. So more production comes back, and that starts with negotiating with the union and also subsidizing, the industry tax breaks to compete with Romania.
Boston, Atlanta, Romania, Bulgaria, Zanzibar.
So could you put it in an email or maybe a video? If you guys are saying it, you guys are legends. He might be like, "Oh,
you should say we have a question from a couple of constituents." And then Hi, I'm Dana. Hi, I'm Dana.
Listen, you already lost Schneider. You don't want to lose them.
What? Okay? They're poisoning our water. No.
Wait, you were saying his last joke isn't political?
Oh, the Korean, the Korean's barbecue joke.
What is it?
I don't know. It sounds like
he's like, I go to one of these Korean barbecues. He's like, would you believe it? They make you cook your own food. He's like, I sure hate to go to one of them Korean whorehouses. Wait, why don't you come over here and suck your own dick? Why don't you come over here and fuck your own ass? Yeah, it's just it's so stupid.
Well, I love you guys.
Let's bring up Adam. You ready for Adam?
I love fake outrage. It's so great. They make you suck your dick. Well, no, they don't.
He's like, it's kind of lazy.
That's a little bit lazy.
Here's one of his jokes. We just saw him on his first Letterman. We were all friends.
Yeah.
Actually, Sandler, me, Judd, we were all friends right before we all got in. So we were just doing stand-up in the Valley and shit. And Schneider was the first one to get Letterman. We all loved fucking Letterman, of course, and the show. And so he got it, and I was on TikTok the other day, and it was he had such a funny, unique look. He looked like a little cowboy shirt, and he had a big pompadour, and he's like...
Did he do Elvis?
He did Elvis on a fish hook. And he did
Elvis on a fish hook. That got him SNL, I think.
Yeah, I think that was so weird. He did how you say dude when you're in LA. There's different ways of saying it. He had one where he goes, my parents, when one time they spilled I spilled no, he hit his knee on the coffee table and he was a little kid. And his mom would hit the coffee table and go, bad coffee table, bad. And and then he'd feel better because she goes, we make it even here. You were bad. And so he goes to bed, and then his dad wakes him up at 2 a.m. Hey, Rob, your mom just spilled some hot oil on the coffee table. Come on out here. We got to make it even. You know our policy.
So was he the first breakout of your crew?
Did I say it wrong? There's no laugh.
I worked with him in San Francisco.
Maybe.
No, I mean when you guys were all
before,
the young,
before
young
Adam,
guys,
I think.
young guys. No, yeah.
Spade and Schneider came as a duo somehow.
We got hired together. We auditioned at the same time, got hired as writers. Adam, I think, was doing remote control, so I think he was sort of known a little bit in that world of MTV, which is a big world back then.
Yeah, he was on MTV. He struggled.
I am poor boy.
He struggled for I think it was like 13 weeks when he got to New York, and then he got a TV show. So Sandler had a lot of stuff going on.
Undeniable.
Yeah, undeniable.
Couldn't
but
stop.
Yeah,
no way.
Well, I knew Rob and from San Francisco, and then met Spade in LA. So, and Dennis Miller, we both knew them, and sort of
helped
tacitly. How about these guys? And then you only had like 10 minutes, right, at the time, David, or 15.
Yeah, probably 15. I was not a headliner for shows, maybe a middle.
And they came in as writer features, basically, right? Yeah.
Wasn't a writer either. couldn't. It was a.
We couldn't even get a writer.
What did you do for your audition? Just stand up?
You talking about me or Dana?
What? Yeah. What did you guys do? Like, I think I know. What did you do?
Dana, I think, did characters.
You did characters, right?
Probably. Well. Yeah, basically chatting in between. But I was seen at a club, which was lucky because I auditioned for SNL, the Comedy Store, and a cattle call, and followed Sam Kinison with no MC in between at midnight and bombed epically. And the SNL people were there, but not Lorne. And then later on, the show was coming around, so I went to a small club on the West Side, and Lorne came with Cher, and I got to do 40 minutes of stand up with a regular audience. But I still had to audition again. Jim Carrey was there too, and Phil Hartman at a studio, and stand in front of maybe 5 cast members, Lovitz, Nora Dunn, Dennis Miller, Lorne Michaels, some assistants, and do kind of chatty stand-up, just doing characters.
Did you get laughs? Like, the thing is, you get no laughs, right?
That's not in that one, not with Lorne and everybody. You just have to really
nerve-wracking.
Well, I did something, and then there was a fire alarm, so there was 10 minutes of nothing.
And
I'm just standing there, and then Lorne goes, is that pretty much, do you have anything else, or
is that
just a song? Is that all it is? And I thought later that his aloof coldness was trying to find out, can you take live TV and not blow it? Because the tension was, I think, intentionally ratchets it up to make you nervous and see if you can handle it. I said, I got a lot more, bitch. And then he went,
You're like, I'm just waiting to see if there's a real fire. Can we leave?
Well, Sarah, actually, speaking of our friend Sarah,
Jesus,
in the middle of her second show taping, the lights fucked up, and she was like, she had a ton of momentum. The lights fucked up, and then she had to come back out cold, and it was giving me heart palpitations, as a comic, because it's a special taping.
Yeah.
And I was like nauseous. I wanted to throw up. And then she had to get the fucking momentum back. And I was so stressed out. I was
as a goiter or something. Yeah. Wow. I said she's dressed as a goiter or some bitch she's doing.
She's dressed as some sort of clown psycho.
We were on the road and I go, this is literally a clown's outfit. She goes, I know. I go, do you have any normal? Do you have a fucking, pencil dress?
She's skirt? One of those people who'd be like, you take one day to know her and 20 years to believe it, because that's really her.
Yeah.
she's not putting on a thing.
On stage, that's not really her. She's an annoying Jewish girl in real life, but on stage,
but that's so her in the sense of what she wants to do. It's so her sense of humor, But anyway, God.
Wait, what, David? What did you do?
Oh, I just
not much.
Just stand up.
Didn't really knock the Richter scale. I did supposed to be doing 20 at, I think, Catch a Rising Star. It was a light crowd, probably half SNLs. It's like 10 people, and then half 10 other people. And I did 12 minutes, I think, because it wasn't going that well. And then Schneider
went on SNL from a bad set.
Yeah. Well, they had seen me on the Young Comedian special. So I was already foot in the door, and we had the extra push of being with Bernie Brillstein, and that company had a lot of SNL people.
Lorne Michaels was a client.
And I got Dana knew us and a little bit, and Dennis push. So that all helped. And then Dennis was saying they're going to mostly look at your writing of the jokes, not really if you're a polished road act. And so I think they just liked that it was like sort of a weird act, and I looked a little younger and different.
They pay you like
he said it normal like that. He didn't say like that. That was like, Hannibal crossing the Alps, Chachi. He didn't say it like that way. He said
no,
that,
he did say before I went out, he goes,
he said it normal.
I go, I'm a little nervous tonight. He goes, well, don't worry. He goes, you don't want to kill too hard. They're going to think you're some polished road dog shit act. And I go, so don't do well. And they're like, and you're on. I'm like, wait, don't get loud. So I go on, and then I got off, and I was like, oh, fuck it. And then Schneider went on, then Tom Kenny went on. And then we got a call a couple days later on a payphone, old man alert. And then they were like, Rob,
just happened to be walking by one.
We were waiting for a call, like in a line. It was
the Matrix, yeah.
And they go, oh, it was like someone from Brillstein saying, Gerbitz or someone saying, oh, the good news, they're going to hire you as feature player writers. I'm like, I don't want to write. I just want to be on this fucking show. And then they go, no, you got to write for everybody. Like Dana, everyone's better than us. I'm like, I don't know how to write for these guys. I don't know how to write a sketch. So it took a long time, especially for me. Rob picked up a little quicker. Sandler picked up very quick.
And David would sit behind me in the read-through. We're all reading the scripts, and there's like 50 people.
Die.
And then Lauren would always say to me, just to mess with me, David's ready whenever you fall. Yeah. David's right there. Because David, we kind of look like we're from the same tribe, or he's my little brother or whatever. So it was a natural thing of like.
It was like being in the quarterback room with like Brett Favre, and you're like, hey, so you're going to stick around another year? And he's like, I think I got one more in me. I'm like, oh, that's great.
And they pay you.
I gotta get, they're giving great massages here at the Jets, so I gotta stay around for another year.
Remember his wiener?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, I still talk to his wiener sometimes. No, I'm kidding. He sent his wiener around. Remember this one time he sent it to some sports reporter? Early dick pic drama.
Are you an artist?
Not really.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, him.
Oh, I didn't do this, but I've. No,
well, on a side, I put in Adam Friedland, and then it said tour, this and that, and then it showed these really cool paintings.
He is not.
Oh yeah, I'm not. No, during COVID, I just painted a little bit. Yeah.
But there's a painting of George W. Bush getting the word about 9/11.
Yeah, I think that was the best one I did.
Jesus. You did do those two. You motherfucker. I did that one. And then you did the comedian.
My pet goat. Yeah.
And you did the comedian crying or whatever. Which one
was that? I don't know.
He hosts.
I did the Steve Harvey. Yeah, the Steve Harvey. Being depressed.
So I thought, where am I? This is a weird site. So all right, hidden talents is that.
I don't even know that that's still up on the internet. Yeah,
they're for sale too. But
I did it. I did a deep dive.
I should get rid of that.
Is Epstein still alive? 5 seconds.
Go.
Epstein's still alive. You have 5 seconds.
Well, if he's still alive, then he's quite rudely ghosting me.
Quite rudely.
He's getting bad press lately. Have you noticed?
It's just this anti-Semitism has gone out of control.
You know what?
It is.
If he's alive, he's going to need one of those crisis PR people, I think.
He definitely will.
Definitely will. Digging out of a hole.
As evil as possible. Yeah.
Anti-Semitism is out there, man.
Yeah. Well, actually, I did a show, and it was like the worst show of my life recently. Right. But it was like, sorry. Richard Kind did my talk show, and then he asked me to co-host a charity event. I didn't know what it meant. And then like 45 minutes before, they were like, it's a roast of Richard Kind, hosted by the Roastmaster General himself, Mr. Jeff Ross. And I was like, a roast. I didn't have a set. I'm freaking out. So I fart out like some jokes, and I get there, and it's just 97-year-old billionaire Jewish grandparents. And I'm like, what is this for? I was like, I don't know where I am. And I was told that Jeff Ross is going to be the roast master. So I was like, I wrote some nasty crap.
Yeah.
Real nasty blue crap.
Yeah.
And so like I go out, and there I was like, I don't know if I should say this. It was a little bit crude. And they're like, say that joke. And I was like, like a lot of people, like Richard Kind like changed his name when he moved to Hollywood. Like Jon Stewart was once named John Leibowitz, and Richard Kind was once named. And I was like, Zalman the rapist, and then it just crushes. The old people like love that joke, and I was like, how is this possible? I was like, and then I'm like, but relax, guys, it's a family name. It was Rapowitz. Right. It was changed to Ellis Island, and I was like, in fact, his grandfather Moshe Rapist was the first rapist in Hollywood. He founded the Creative Artists Agency, and there have been rapists throughout the industry ever since. And then it dies when I say that. I'm like, it's a weird crowd.
Oh, it went from a throwaway to a theme.
Oh, and then you had a one-shot. You're a one-shot wonder.
This is some crap I wrote on the subway. I was like, I'm freaking out. I was like, I have to get through this. And so then I'm like, and then I was like, it's going fine. I'm like, I'm surviving, right? And it's actually great. I'm happy with how it's going.
Yeah.
I was like, I wrote a movie for Richard. Recently I pitched him. It's called The First Jew Who Died in the Holocaust. And I was like, it's about a guy who's in line for the train to Auschwitz, and he was complaining about whether or not he could use his points for business class. And then,
good.
And then, they liked it. Yeah. I was like, all the other Jews like, take him. He's horrible. And so then the last joke's there. And then I was like, oh, I guess it's a roast. I got to go around the dais.
No.
It's all I have left on the page.
Right.
And I'm like, well, Jeff Garland's here from Curb Your Enthusiasm. Hey, you fat fuck. And ha, 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 Sue, you fat fuck. And then Jeff Ross is here like, oh, don't give me, I forgot what I said. We know, I know what you did. I had nothing, right?
Well, that's
funny. And I look at the crowd and I'm like, and Jeff Epstein's here. Where the hell have you been? Dead. More, just the worst silence I've ever heard my entire life, and horrible. Like, when a joke bombs, you hear a couple chuckles. It's like the air has left the room.
Yeah,
and I'm like standing there. It's the last thing I have to say, and I'm like, it's topical. It's like
that's your closer
in the news. I'm like, it's not my close. What are you talking about? My
closer.
It's the last thing on the page. It was just the last thing on the page, and I'm like. And then Richard kind of like looks at me. He's like, Adam, I think it's because he's dead. And I'm like, oh, I didn't mean to, his body's barely cold. I didn't mean to speak ill of the noted sex trafficker and pedophile Jeffrey Epstein.
I love
and then my friend is in the crowd, and this old guy turns to me. He's like, hey, I knew Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh.
To me, I didn't even. Then I got off the stage.
Oh, that wouldn't.
I got off the stage. And someone was like, actually, I think he was a major donor to this organization. It's a charity that we're doing an event for right now.
Yeah.
And I was like, I didn't know it was a real guy. I thought it was like from the news.
When did they give up on this guy? He's fucking. They got some data now. It's
a guy from dinner. It wasn't. It's just like it's a real person to them. And so it's just. I literally I ran away. I left.
I like the idea of you on the subway going there going, does anyone have rape jokes? And everyone's trying to help you. And so
they liked
like a rom-com.
Zalman the rapist, they love.
Yeah. You started with your closer and you
the rapist. That's the rhythm of a great joke.
Well, it just sounds like someone from like a small village in the
it's right? Kind of quaint. Like, you don't expect.
There's like one guy that's the fool, the village idiot. This guy's
the hunchback. He's the rapist.
The butcher, the rapist.
Yeah, and the hunchback.
The local rapist.
Yeah, stand-up is delicate. I've done those events. Neil Young and the Carvey, Stills and Nash were in the audience. Some kind of benefit in LA somewhere, and the same kind of thing. Just crickets,
bombs away.
Yeah.
What did Neil say?
Neil just sat there, kind of stone faced. I mean, he was probably waiting to go on, But yeah, Neil was cool. But it was just that situation. You just triggered me, and I know you can't.
He was busy searching for a heart of gold. I've done so many corporate gigs where I bombed Dana. I can't even imagine Dana bombing, but I guess it happens.
I have my tricks, but I try to levitate the room. I have a sickness when I was in the clubs in the early days. If you didn't kill, you didn't move up, and you didn't get rehired. So there was this like dog eat dog, must kill and must get a standing ovation. Must, or I'm dead in the water. So I've just carried that with me. So I go to these corporate dates. I still want to kill, and it's kind of hard when they've had dinner and it's like 11 o'clock.
You know what's a good bit to do? Last night I was at the Comedy Store and I do my set and I get off. It was either Harlan Williams or Santino was next, and I go I get my applause, which is just fine. It's not crazy, but I get off and I see them about to walk on. I go, ooh, encore. And then I go right back behind the curtain. They think I'm going to run back on stage. And they're so pissed. They're like, no. But of course I was.
Can we ask you about?
Is so funny.
That's funny though, right?
Yeah, he is. Just that.
The last time I saw him like a couple of years ago, and I'm like, he blew my mind.
Harlan is underrated because
he's one of the funniest comedians.
Constantly kills there. And you don't hear that much about him. This isn't a negative thing. It's a positive thing, meaning he gets good spots, and there's a reason he gets these good, juicy spots. He does well.
Was he the one who did this stand-up special? There was somebody who did one just on a mountain by themselves with no audience. Was that Harlan? Somebody did that.
Someone did that during COVID. Didn't they do a no audience?
The camera just came in, and I thought it was Harlan. He was just alone in the desert on kind of a hill.
That's how you need a hook for a special. I would do it if you don't have to get laughs. That would be easier. Oh, Heather's all about the groons, dude. Spring always makes me want to hit refresh on my routines, my energy, and just how I'm taking care of myself. Mm-hmm. But the truth is, if my wellness plan feels complicated, I blow it off. I won't stick with it.
That's right.
That's why groons, that's been an easy solution.
Yeah.
Groons are convenient, comprehensive formula packed into a little snack pack of gummies.
That's right.
A day. Not just a multivitamin, not just a prebiotic. All of that in one simple grab-and-go option.
Mm-hmm. I don't have to think twice. That's what I like in the morning. Yeah. And they actually taste great, which makes staying consistent so much easier. You know, David, you get a full daily snack pack because there's no way all of that could fit into just one gummy, right? Of course. And it feels like a little treat instead of just another supplement. That's what's great about them. They include 6 grams of prebiotic fiber, which is more fiber than most green powders, and even more than 2 cups of broccoli. Chopping broccoli. That's something else.
Chopping broccoli.
They're vegan, gluten-free, dairy-free, nut-free with low sugar or sugar-free options, and HSA, FSA eligible.
What I love the most is the simplicity. I can throw it in my bag. I know I'm covered for the day.
Yeah.
You get steadier energy, better digestion, and you feel confident knowing the ingredients are backed by over 35,000 research publications and designed for strong absorption.
Save up to 52% off with code FOTW at Groons.co. Adam, have you done a Netflix special yet?
Yeah.
I'm sorry that I don't know that.
I took the last year off the road to get the show up and running, and because Nick left the show to do. We were sick of podcasting, and that's like how we were paying for the talk show. So we both were like, let's just stop doing the podcast. And then I kind of went dark for 4 months, hired a staff, and now I'm kind of producing this talk show once a week. But now I'm back on the road, so I'm in Philly this weekend, and
have you had any confrontations on your podcast with big world leaders or important people?
Cuomo.
Big world leaders? Well, I didn't have a conversation with him. I got along with him really well.
Yeah.
On the show, I had this guy Richie Torres. We had a thing that went sideways about politics. You know, it's just you don't want to be. A major thing I want to resist doing is like people think comedians are smart now. Like, you know, like,
oh yeah,
I don't want to speak from a position of authority in any way that I don't qualify. Like, I could do the homework and then present that I know these things, but it's a lie, right? Instead, I could rather like talk to someone and ask them questions that I feel comfortable asking, instead of like whenever I hear a comedian like spouting off about shit that trying to be smart, it's like it's where you become a blowhard, right? Like, so I don't want to do that.
I call it becoming a teacher. Like, I am a stand-up, but I'm going to
shut up. I'm going to teach you.
Yeah, talk about boner pills.
Yeah, exactly. Norm had a really good quote once that was like they say comedians are modern day philosophers, which is offensive to modern day philosophers. You know, like, there are actual smart people in the world, you know, and he happened to be like one of the smartest guys, you know, but it's just like,
it's not really us.
We shouldn't be like, the thing is like the platforms are so big now, like 10 times more people are listening to Rogan every day than watching CNN.
Anything.
So there's like this, you know, just by virtue of the fact that the platforms are so big, that they're getting a ton of attention. Yeah. But for me personally, in my show, I have to make a concerted effort of like what I want to do, which is like, if I have a politician, I'm not going to study up on like specific legislation, but instead I could be like, yo, like, you know, no one likes the government and everyone hates you. Like, why do you want to be in it?
Right.
You know,
I like
that's
that.
like a question.
Yeah.
That's a question I feel comfortable asking. And then you get an interesting answer to it too, that they're not, they don't have talking points.
They're not ready for that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you do both sides when you do interviews?
What do you mean both sides?
Like right, left, whoever.
Republican, Democrat.
Yeah. I've had that guy Scott from CNN from the Argument show.
Yeah.
That guy's having so much fun on that show.
Oh, he is.
Is he where he sits down and argues that?
He's like, shut up. What is that show?
It's just a
every
live
time
argument.
I see a clip, it's more people.
Well, it's
it's
like
the United Nations.
The View or something. Yeah,
they're all agreeing with each other. One after, it's a circular thing. Yeah, and then they come to Scott. Oh, wait a minute. I mean, it's kind of entertaining.
Shut up. Yeah, Scott's lucky because he gets half the lines, right?
Yeah,
it's one of him. He gets 50% of the time.
He's cooking on that show, but I had him on the show, and then like, you know, and then I've had, you know, people on the line. I don't want to be partisan. Also, like, I have my own opinions. Yeah. I'm not going to be like of the left or of the right. I'm just a person, and if someone says something that sounds like retard, if someone says something that sounds stupid,
I think secular trends are a way to talk about politics without being political. You know,
in what way?
Okay, we, for better or for worse, we have a $38 trillion debt. What's that about? You know, what are we going to do with homeless people, literally, in the big cities? I mean, stuff that should be a problem for everybody, and then it's a matter of how you want to solve them.
Yeah, sometimes you want to be like, what's the food like at the cafeteria in Congress? Or like, you want to be like, you know, like, you know, how if someone met Trump, they're like, yeah, what were like the weird things that he showed you?
Right.
You know, sometimes you kind of want to get like a 3-dimensional picture of who these guys are, and then you can kind of see how like normal or fucking weird the people are that are in these positions. And I think like actually seeing people for who they are is actually very helpful. So if I'm like asking them about even just like, you know, their backgrounds, like, I had one politician on, and I was like talking to his comms team, and I was like, you know, does he play guitar? I was like, I can't find anything. And they were like, he likes walking around and hot dogs. And I was like, he sounds like the BTK killer. I was like, you guys have to make something up.
Everyone's
got to get him a tattoo or a snake. I mean, this is walking around and hot dog.
Yeah.
They don't know anything. They are nothing, and it's you give them power. If you have a financial advisor, they use all these funny terms to kind of razzmatazz you. They're just dudes in a room. They're taking his shit. Fuck these people. Yeah. Never give experts power. You know, especially with modern day information. You know,
I don't know. I think they need to do a good job. Probably. Yeah. Doesn't seem like they're doing a good job, a lot of them.
Have they ever? I don't know.
Yeah, I think they've done a good job a couple times, maybe.
Well, maybe we are doing a better job.
They passed like the Civil Rights Act. That was pretty good, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe this is the best it gets. You know, because people go,
no, it's very trashy. It's like they wear hoodies and stuff now. We got to bring back the Yale guys that do like satanic blood rituals. Like at least it was classy.
Did they ever really go away?
At least it was classy. Yeah,
no, they did. Now you go on Facebook Live and have a meltdown at a CVS and be in Congress like 6 months later.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a little white trash. It's like
right.
They used to have class. They used to kill Kennedy.
Hey, they had class.
They'd kill the president. They killed the brother. They killed, but they had class.
Yeah. All right, we're ending on that because that's a good upper. I'm trying to get you.
Okay.
Are you on the way to the airport?
Yeah.
Oh, guys, I've been like a 10-year-old, so nervous, and I hope you've enjoyed it. But genuinely speaking, my legends. I mean,
First
genuinely.
of all, I don't take compliments well. I didn't react earlier. I really
I want to
appreciate when
suck
you say
your
something
dick. If we meet, I will go just on my knees and just fillet you in public, in private,
Done.
daytime. Okay.
You know, we always say we're not going to do these things, but let's do it.
Here's what we're going to do. On May 9th, Netflix is a joke. You're at the Regent Theater.
Yeah,
we're going to get a ticket. They sold
the
the first one. David and I, we're not going to let you know, but we're going to be sitting in the back. And right before you go on, they're going to go, Spade and Carvey are here. They want to see what you got.
Yeah.
Some jokes might sound familiar
from our act.
Like my chopping broccoli opener.
My chopping
you broccoli. You can have that. I love it when people do me. Yeah.
But what's the other broccoli called? Broccolina?
Yeah, I have a big Joe Dirt closer that I've been doing.
A Dickie Roberts chunk in full costume.
Benchwarmers.
Yeah, he's got a lot.
But thank you for coming.
Can I ask you a sincere question?
Sure.
Do you think Grown Ups 2 is better than 1?
That's a whole nother podcast.
Okay.
I will tell you in person.
2 is one of the funniest movies of all time.
You like 2 better?
I like 2 better.
Okay.
I'm a 2 guy.
That's a split. Okay. I have to say,
it's a split.
With Tommy Boy and Black Sheep, it's 90%.
Yes, because people back in the day, you forget how many great songs Tom Petty has, and then he starts.
Well, she is an American girl. Now, Dana, welcome to Superfly. This is our 3rd episode, as I'm screaming, and we wanted to thank everyone because they're watching on YouTube, which is new for us. YouTube's doing well, and then audio, you can always go to Fly on the Wall, and it feeds you into some Superfly back channel way to listen to it. So
people have adjusted to what we look like because they've heard us for a while now, and then at first they went, "Oh my God." But then the brain acclimates. That's just how they look now, and everyone relaxed. To call it a smash with not being
I mean, it's like an unbelievable smash hit, but that's fine. The first reaction is usually just gross when they see us. Then they say gross. Right. And then they say sickening. And then they say, you guys look the same.
Yes.
You know, speaking of SNL, Dana, we don't really talk about on this show, but a big story is Shane Gillis is going back. Shane, who's a fucking stud, who hilarious, was on Fly on the Wall. If you want to listen to that, that was
very interesting.
About 6 months ago.
He was a little shell-shocked from the trauma of being fired, just being fired from SNL. Of course. And he was playing, clubs. He's very sweet, extremely brilliant comedian. And now he plays, I think he did open for Usher. They just didn't show it, but I think he did do 20 minutes at the Super Bowl. And Usher was like, "Move him along."
He was on one of the poles in the background. Or was he the guy they shot up in the air? See him shoot somebody up in the air?
I don't know. The pageantry, the whole thing. But before we go to that, that Shane going back, being on the show that fired him, I'm going to call it now, and I'm not the first one to coin it, must-see TV.
Yeah. I mean, Norm went back when he got fired. Norm Macdonald, who we're all buds with. And I thought that was interesting. But actually, Shane has blown up more than, Norm had done great after he left, but it was nothing like going from selling out clubs to selling out big theaters. Like Shane is all around doing great, big money coming in and big special, and super cool. And sort of, someone called him the Taylor Swift for men, which is hysterical. Like all guys like him. You know what I mean? He's like a guy's guy. He's big. He wears a t-shirt. He's just like a regular dude, and he just talks like dudes talk. But it's very clever.
Us as fellow comedians, when you see Louis C.K. come up or Norm or whatever, or David Spade, people who have a take on stuff you wouldn't think of. And Shane is the latest, greatest in that he's just doing it a little different than right before him. It is his moment. And, he's sneakily incredibly likable. He has most comedians. I don't know if you have a laugh, but most comedians have a laugh that they do once in a while throughout their set. He just has a really charming one. Even if his bit is kind of edgy, He just wins you over. So I'm going to watch. That's my
Chris
theory.
Rock has a laugh when he does his acting writing. Yeah. It actually can help a joke.
Oh, I think it's your own soundtrack. Richard Pryor would have a kick the whole time. Kiss the man. Cosby had a laugh. Sorry, I didn't mind to bring him up. Jerry Seinfeld and Louis C.K., they'll just do it like every 3 to 4 minutes.
And his monologue, Shane, I mean, I don't even know what you say. I mean, it's so funny. I think I'm happy SNL just took the hit and just said, yeah, come back. You're too big of a star now. And it's actually sort of in the ether right now of that he's doing well. And that's the kind of host they want. And so fuck it. Yeah. What happened before? Just take it.
Yeah, that's part of Lorne's sort of brilliance as a, SNL. I mean, he is SNL. And you could see part of being on SNL is just reading the room and reading the moment. And, maybe someone in the room at Lorne's office said, I don't know. And oh, please. It's that thing of you comes on the show, you have a mea culpa or whatever else culpas you want, then you have a cup of culpa, and you go to like a really long party.
We'll have it at Orso.
Orso's again.
Oh yeah. What else do you want to say? Do you want to you have any thoughts about the Super Bowl, even though it's been a week?
I just think if like Taylor Swift again, really like Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. But
start with that.
But I look at the skybox and I look at the glowing people in the skybox. I look at their cocktails. I look at their smiles. I look how young and fresh. They seem like the happiest thing of humanity. What party was invented that I never went to? And I've been to some pretty good parties, but when I look up there, I go, how do you get into that glowing kind of alternative universe skybox where everything is great, where you play Tokyo, a million fans. Oh, Daminato, I don't want to.
Excuse me?
Oh, no. They're like, yeah, Taylor Swift. I'm from Tokyo.
Exactly. Be realistic. That's what that is.
Look,
okay,
I'll do this so we can cut it, but it's one of my favorite bits. And I just do a lot of accents, but I used to do all these accents around the world and where they came from. And one of them was in Japan. Where did that guttural accent come from? The sound of a Japanese accent. And that was because it's in a seismic zone. So they'd be sitting around and then an earthquake would hit and they'd be like, are
you shaking your fucking...
What's an earthquake?
I didn't know it had an extra part to it. That's
great. So I don't know. I mean, look.
They tracked her plane. Was that funny? Or they tracked her plane all the way from Japan to make sure she made it. Like it was something fun to do.
She's the Beatles of her generation. She's beautiful. Yeah. Her lipstick is incredible. Never smudges. She's like the supernatural person on the planet. And then the boy toy is 6'5", 270. And they pack on the PDA. Do you know what that means when a couple packs
yeah, it is a little PDA heavy. I didn't think of that, but yeah.
Yeah, they're making out and swaying to her song. I mean, and again, I'm a fan, but it's like, can any relationship as a casual observer stay at a 10? He wins the Super Bowl. She's super. They're swaying and kissing and hugging and grabbing. Everyone's just looking in the wide shot. They're just like, they're like supernatural beings. Where does it go from there? So what I wanted to do is introduce potential red flags for any couple, and that couple, which is our kind of royalty, Travis and Taylor. If he ever says this to you, Taylor, you know what, something? You got a smart mouth on you. That's a tell.
Is that the beginning of trouble?
I think that's a tell. Hey, hear my new song. Sorry, babe, but that lyric is just stupid. That's a tell.
Yeah.
There's trouble in River City.
They turn into a couple from Vanderpump Rules overnight.
Yes. Oh, no, you're going to cry again? When you hear that, that's a red flag. Where were you? No, come on, man. You're gone for 2 hours. Where were you? Red flag. Don't Okay, do you want to jump in here, David?
No, I'm going to I was thinking of something that Taylor will say to him.
Well, she would be like, his red flags, equal opportunity. Football, honestly, boring. My last boyfriend, this is Taylor to Travis. My last boyfriend was so cool. He was so cute and hot.
That's it?
Yeah.
How about, when are you going to quit football and start DJing? That's where the money's at.
You want to listen to my new song again? You need a makeover. Your whole look is just, if you love me, you change.
Kelsey says,
Heather's making
is it
notes.
always red lipstick, even around the house? Or here, do you think when they go to like just some casual, they go to Shakey's for pizza, is there always confetti falling on them and they start kissing?
And lights
I feel like that
going.
happens everywhere they go, yeah. Hey, one thing about when you go to the Super Bowl, it reminded me, it's like after the Super Bowl is like after in the old days, if you bought a bunch of Coke, it's not worth it. Because once it's over, you're like, oh, I paid all that money and it's over that fast. The worst is if someone asks you for your Super Bowl ticket money after the Super Bowl. It's like chasing up drug money after you. Like, I already did my drugs. Now I got to pay for them. I already did them. I'm mad I did it. Now, oh yeah, you owed me $12,000 for that seat at the Super Bowl. You're like,
well, don't
and
you
my
think
team lost.
The best parties are unexpectedly great, but it's like New Year's Eve and the Super Bowl. Like, we're really partying, man. But you know what? Drake won $2.5 million, I think, betting on the Chiefs.
I have to say, and this is an uninteresting take. When rich people like Drake bet $1 million, I don't care that much. I don't care that the guy that has 200 million bets $1 million, shows off, shows you the ticket, and they don't talk about as much when they lose, but when they win, they go, "What's up?" And you're like, "It didn't change your life." Now, if anyone else did that, it would change their life, but he does it every week, so it's just puffing up that. I just don't like he turns into HR puffing stuff.
Well, here's the deal. Can I finish one time?
Google.
Drake said at his next concert, and I don't know where it is, but I assume he plays big arenas. He's going to find someone somehow in the audience and give them $2.5 million. I predict that show's going to sell out. I would go.
Is that true? That's a great idea. Is that true?
That's what he announced. He just said it in some YouTube.
Well, let's go.
What do you mean? I've already booked the seats. I'm right up front.
Super fly box at the show. We got to get close so we can get the tickets. We got to get way up front. We got to walk down.
Yes, we will. But anyway.
Oh, I have a thought on Usher. This is a hot take.
Okay. My friend Usher, I met him once at an event. It's incredibly nice. Go ahead.
I feel like it was a bit of Joe Coy syndrome. Usher is a great performer. Joe Coy is a funny comedian. But I had heard that 3 people had passed on that halftime show. Your Taylors, your Beyonce. And so people think they used to not leak ahead, like with the Golden Globes. They didn't say who turned it down. Now, if you went to see a movie when you were growing up and it was some actor and they go, and right before you went in, they go, Robert Redford turned this down. And so did Al Pacino. Then you go, oh, so who did they get? This guy? And then you go, what was wrong with it to where they didn't do it? And so that's kind of like seeing the 4th pick. You go, well, I mean, Usher was great and people love him and he did a fine job, but I think there's a little bit of that.
Yeah. And also it the pressure every year to make the spectacle. They should have Neil Young next year, just with an acoustic guitar, not even moving, just hunched over. Oh man, look at my life. I'm a lot like you. Or get off! Fuck you.
Get the fuck
man. Because Usher works so hard, But yeah, we need just Neil Young with an acoustic guitar, center stage. They'll lose about 60 million people, but for people like my age group, we'd be super happy.
Right. And then he brings out, like, they go crazy because, Roy Orbison walks out with him, and they're like, "Hey,
who's not even alive?"
Featuring
Roy Orbison.
I couldn't think of anyone older.
Oh no, Graham Nash could come out and they could sing
Our House. And everyone's like, "Holy fuck, is that Graham Nash or my grandpa's friend?" They wouldn't know.
I don't. Well, yeah. I mean, who would be your pick? I know who your pick was years ago. And by the way, where I was watching the Super Bowl, this guy is going to come on. Everyone's like lukewarm. I go, trust me, this is going to crush. And it was a classic rock and roll.
Tom Petty?
Yep. Tom Petty did the Super Bowl. I was right? And crushed. Yes. Because people back in the day, you forget how many great songs Tom Petty has. And then he starts.
Well, she is an American girl. And
I'm free falling. I just substitute some kind of voice. You
don't do me like
Tom
that.
Petty.
I love Tom Petty.
He's
great.
I
went to see U2 at the Sphere.
Oh yeah, how was that?
Last week, and what are my thoughts?
Overwhelmed.
They show so many things on the wall, all these messages. It's like you might as well be the Manchurian Candidate. You're basically getting hypnotized into thinking. You know what I mean? Like brainwashed. So they could just flicker things on there because you're staring at it for 2 to 3 hours.
So just for people who are listening and going, Sphere, tell them what it is.
Oh, that's the big circle that holds 18,000 in Vegas where they have concerts and the outside can look like an eyeball. It's all made of LED screens. It's pretty badass. Mm-hmm. And U2 was playing. And when they say, there's so much going on in there, they say, listen, worst case scenario, you get really bored, you watch the band. And the funny thing is that's what you used to is just watch the band. But now there's like, oh, there's something over here. They have a giant shark over here. It looks like it's coming at you while they're playing. And we went and we had pretty good seats. Actually,
can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Because it's the Sphere and the type of seating. In the old days at a big arena, they'd say, oh, they're in the nosebleeds. Those seats are so high up, they have bloody noses. And the performer is the size of a speck of dust. Is there any bad seat in the Sphere?
Not really, because it's like straight up like a wall. They used to say, I sat in the rafters. I sat in the nosebleeds.
Nosebleeds.
I guess just those two.
The cheap seats.
Oh, the cheap seats, yeah.
The cheap seats. I would go to a Giants baseball game for $1 and just sit way out in left field at couldn't see anything. Well, look, I heard that it's wired for this, but they're afraid to do it. But sometime the next 3 months, they're going to do it. The Sphere has the capability, apparently, I heard, to rise up, go into the low suborbital atmosphere, and then make a landing back in Vegas. Did you notice the little secret seat belts?
No, I'm Googling low suborbital.
That's where William Shatner went on the guy who's everything about him looks like a dick. Jeff Bezos, the swoosh looks like a dick on Amazon. His spaceship looks like a dick, and so does his head. It's a trifecta. He's a human penis. I mean, come on. So Shatner went.
The funny thing is dick looks like a crescent wrench. Crazy.
It doesn't even make sense. I love it.
Oh, I want to show you some headlines. Let's show some stories. Let's see. Pull something up. Mm-hmm. There's two. One of them is this one. I thought was kind of funny. Transgender woman sued ex-boyfriend over tossed out balls. What? So what happened was...
What happened to our culture? What happened to America?
This is a story you wouldn't hear 10 years ago. But, well, what happened was, I can't read it, but what I remember is the person... I'm just going to try to be very vague.
Read it. Sued ex-BF over tossed out balls. But judge says no case.
Right. But the real story, the littler story is like the person that got them chopped off kept them in the fridge and they broke up and the guy threw them out and the other person came back to get the balls and they said, You didn't leave them here. Yes, I did. I know they're by the eggs. Actually, they are the eggs. They might have got mixed up with the eggs.
Let me just, so it's a couple. Someone gets their balls chopped off, and then the couple breaks up. Why would the couple, because I'm a romantic, why would they break up over that?
It would cause a rift, possibly. Maybe not, but that's probably...
Do you have any other testicle removing articles?
I would hide them in the pickle juice.
No
one's looking there.
What's your best balls joke in your stand-up? Do you have any? Because I don't know. I'm trying to think. Well, I had one of my. I'll you go ahead and then I'll my balls joke.
What is it? What about that? Oh, I went to IHOP and I found a pube in my eggs. No, I found a hair in my eggs and it was a pube and it was still attached to the guy's balls and he didn't work there. And that's what I thought was weird. I go, this guy doesn't even work here.
See, that's
you think it would be. Yeah.
That's good. That's funny and that's smart. This is me in college doing stand-up at a tiny club when I was really scared. Popeye from the Popeye cartoons gets kicked in the balls. Oh, skidadoo. What kill every time? Oh,
it's killing here. Heather's doing the air part of her laugh, and then it comes into noise. She's just.
I wasn't like you. I could never write material. I would go to toy stores. I would just think of. I couldn't. Well, you can write material. I would go to toy stores and buy props and try to make comedy out of that. But Popeye getting kicked in the balls was a showstopper.
Well, I do like that one. I think I remember you did it for a little bit in the old days, but you took it out. So there's shit in my act I hate taking out. It just gets too old. And I'm like, come on, guys.
It's really to amuse myself. It's more, I want more abstraction. I don't want anything that makes any sense. The one that kills the hardest now goes back 50 years. George Bush Sr. going off a diving board.
Okay.
It kills. Gotta do it. Gonna do it. Gonna do it. Not gonna do it. But I'm walking. That's it. Bedlam.
You go pepper in a funny walk. Bedlam. Chaos. People like,
Every time I do this one, because of the Super Bowl, I'll do it. Christopher Walken sees an amazing magic trick. Wow.
Yeah, you could have been in that Super Bowl commercial.
That's it. Heather could do it. Wow.
Wow.
There you go. Yeah.
That was pretty good.
That's pretty good. Heather, feathered hair.
Here's one more story I'm going to show you. No, I don't have it. I just read that in the New York City, the cops aren't allowed to have facial hair again. They used to have that. I don't know if Heather knows this. They used to have that forever. The Yankees, the New York City cops, and then they let them have beards and mustache. I don't know why they did it. And now the cops can't have that. So the only thing these cops really can do now is get beat up. What? Look at this. I mean, you need a beard to soften the punch. I mean, all they're doing is look at this. Give them something, these poor fucking guys.
Every cop had a mustache in the 60s.
It's cool.
Everybody had a mustache. New video reveals bring back some traditions. Clean shaven? Clean shaven?
Clean shaven.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like this because, first of all, it's so hard to get people to be cops. It's so hard to get them. The cops get beat up in New York more than anywhere. And then you can't fight back. You can't choke anyone. You can't punch anyone. So you can't do anything. So you're either getting beat up or you're having someone film it and going, it's bad enough to get beat up. Someone's filming going, hey, you fucking pussy, you're losing. It's like, well, I can't fight back. I can't shoot. I can't fight. I just get beat up and then they run away and go, fuck you. And they go, ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba. It's like, that's 20 times a day.
What kind of escape from New York, Chris, Kurt, I can't talk now. What kind of escape from New York, Kurt Russell fucking dystopian movie are we living in when it's a commonplace thing. What happened today? Oh, I saw some cops get beat up. What happened to the people? They ran away.
And what happened? They don't, and they're not allowed to chase them, and people get, it's just so weird. And you go, when I was a kid, you won't believe this. This is how old I am. We weren't supposed to beat up cops. Now it's like a TikTok challenge, but whatever. What are you going to do?
Now, next Dana, will be what?
Go ahead, I was going to say, I wanted to see your Super Bowl commercial. I'm jumping around.
Oh, okay. I have a story about me and John Lovitz if you want to see it. So I've been in 4 Super Bowl commercials. Whoops. How'd that get out?
Jesus Christ.
Well, 2 with Lovitz for American Express back in, and then 1 with Kevin Nealon, Hans and Franz, and then 1 with Mike Myers. So, another good friend of mine that's due to do a Super Bowl commercial with me.
Oh, let's do it. I love Super Bowl commercials.
Yeah.
Here's your commercial. So this is while you're on SNL, right?
While on SNL, and John and I together in an American Express commercial.
We are going to the Super Bowl! You get the tickets, the trip's on me!
Dana and John were fighting. Dana took the American Express card, but John took that other car. John had trouble at the airport.
What? I'm over my limit? Sorry. Do you take American Express? Of course.
Alderdash.
Yes!
Montage. Funny montage.
We only take the American Express card.
Yeah, but yes!
Funny reaction.
Funny sunglasses.
Then at the stadium.
Oh, let me at least pay for the ticket. Hey, wait a minute.
John looks kind of cool.
John looks great.
I thought the TV ad said you took it.
Pay attention to the Hawaiian shirts.
Hawaiian shirts.
Finally, John found a place at the Super Bowl.
Look at those guys going in.
Other card. The souvenir stand.
You got me this with your card? Yeah.
The American Express.
Look at how stupid that shit is. He's wearing.
I know.
What?
It was John and I came up with a thing during the thing of doing that thing. But the funny part about John and I's relationship, you saw the Hawaiian shirts at the end. They're kind of loose fitting. Mine was sort of yellow or orange. So there was, like big American Express commercial. There was a trailer with, I don't want to exaggerate, I'd say 100 Hawaiian shirts just lined up. So I go in and I grab one and put it on. I'm going out in the bleachers where you see the scene at the end. John goes in the trailer. Like Shark go in the trailer. John goes in the trailer. 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20. What's going on? He finally comes out, doesn't have a Hawaiian shirt on, walks over to me, points and goes, I'd like to wear that one. So I go, John, you're being ridiculous.
What a fucking idiot.
I go, John, there's 100 in there. No, it's a 2-second shot. It's a 2-second shot. So finally, just because the way John and I will tease each other, I said, John, look, let's be honest. We both know I got the best one. This is the best one by far. I got it first. What can I tell you?
I'll be funny in the commercial. You won't.
So we got 2 commercials out of American Express.
And that commercial was voted #1 that year.
It was the first year they had ratings. So maybe that's
ad
why
meter thing. Yeah.
Yes.
USA Today.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, that's great.
We want to potentially have people send in. We can cut this out.
We can impressions,
audio or video audio of impressions, and we will give you feedback, and maybe we'll end up having a little competition as people go forward. Like, who can do the best, whatever.
We'll give you our professional showbiz opinion, and they can be bad, or we'll just clown on you. You send it into Superfly at Audacy.com, AUDACY.com.
Yep.
And Dana, people Twittered me some red Nikes. I have one Rackham for you before we start, but it's kind of similar.
No, I love Rackham. Rackham, we almost named this podcast Rackham, which was David's notion. And I just still think it's really funny. Do you think you need to explain for Heather? You understand what Rackham is, right? Everyone knows, right?
Yeah, and pool in it.
Pool,
when you're in pool and you hit the last ball in, and you walk away and go rack 'em. Yeah, that means you won and fuck you and
it's
let's
the
play
ultimate
again.
Badass move in pool. Yeah. So you have a joke.
I can't think of a good joke. I thought of one this weekend because it's the dumbest one. I go.
Doesn't matter as long as you say rack 'em. It's gonna.
Okay, ready?
Yes.
I don't want to say Dana's tight with money, but I asked my pet bird what he thought of Dana, and he said, cheap, rack 'em. Well, it shouldn't be a joke from 25 years ago, but it's good in real life, present jokes, but I can't think of one.
You had two.
Only if only I was a comedian.
Cheap, rack 'em. You had a good rhythm. You had a catchphrase with cheap, and then you had rack 'em.
Cheap's funny because the bird's telling you that he's cheap,
okay.
and then rack 'em. I ran right over it with rack 'em, but you can stall. But let's get into Red Necky.
I just want to explain to people this is just my take on a really bad comedian, and it's also just a story of someone who is indomitable, like always thinks of the positive.
Google.
He announces his name before every joke. I'm Red Necky, the redneck comedian. I asked my
every
daddy.
Joke.
Every joke. Sorry.
Okay.
I swear to God, that's I'm Red Necky, the redneck comedian. I asked my daddy what's for dinner. He said shit on a shingle. I said this day keeps getting better and better. Come and get some. I'm Red Necky, the redneck comedian. I met my sister only because mama turned me down. Come and get some. So it was an incest.
I do like that. They're very economical though. They're not. You don't wait too long.
No, and it's just like I went to the doctor. He said he had to amputate my right foot. I said, "Can I keep my left foot?" He said, "Sure thing." I said, "Come and get some."
What? I don't get that one.
Well, because he's so positive, he just says, "Come and get some." He thinks great. Hi, I'm Red Necky, the redneck comedian. The doctor said he had to remove my right foot. I said, "Can I keep my left foot?" He said, "Sure thing." I said, "Come and get some."
I thought the first two were more Red Necky. Red. Yeah, we like it though. We laughed at it.
Well, here's one that no one ever gets because it's too dry. I'm Red Necky, the redneck comedian. I just got back from Oozing Sore, Minnesota. Everyone said, "How are the folks doing in Oozing Sore?" I said, "Dabbing cotton. Come and get some."
Listen, I'm gonna come and get some. I'm not saying I'm not. I'm just saying
Heather got it.
Do you get it?
No, I like for dabbing cotton.
She just likes to hear dabbing cotton, and I just like to hear come and get some.
I just got back from Oozing Sore. Oozing Sore is the name of the
Oozing Sore. I didn't
I have
get
to
that.
announce it. I got back from Oozing Sore, Mississippi. How the folks doing down there? Dabbing cotton. Come and get some.
Oh yeah. How about spraying Bactine? Rack 'em. Yeah.
Okay, let me think of a Rackham joke.
Rackham's tough. By the way, I posted an Instagram story this weekend about a fake Super Bowl party I had with 18 people, but it was like the most bleakest party. So did I tell you this?
No.
Oh, I put a picture of like a cup of salsa and a bag of peanuts and then one Tito's bottle. And I said, let's rage or something. And then people put more like, come and get some. See that?
Okay. I like that one.
Infested. That's not the word. It's infiltrated my stories.
How about this?
So people are listening to this dog shit podcast.
How about this? This guy challenged me to a fight. I went full Paul Newman and Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid. Come and rack 'em.
No. We can't have a collab yet.
Come and rack 'em? No.
Rack 'em.
Come on, man. Come and rack 'em.
They are kind of similar, but I like come and get some better, but rack 'em needs to be in the right time and place is a real good one. Even if it's thrown away.
Yeah.
But dude, I have one. Here's a joke. Okay. So in a related story, Maestro's coming in. God damn. Maestro is an Oscar-nominated movie Bradley Cooper's in, and I'm sure it's a perfect quality, well-done movie, but it looks a little boring. Honestly, I couldn't get through the poster. Honestly, I fell asleep during the billboard. There we go. I said it like that. That's a good chop right there. Pop, 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 pop.
No, just in case Bradley, he's brilliant in the movie. It's quite amazing. The Holdovers, extraordinary.
the one we had him on, Giamatti.
Paul Giamatti is, and the whole movie is just puddle of tears, grabs you like a 70s movie. Alexander Payne, I think, did Sideways.
You say his name wrong. His name is pronounced Gia Maestro. Did you see the movie Bobby? That was when I saw Margot Robbie first promoting it. They go, tell us about your movie. She goes, it's called Bobby. Because that's how everyone from Australia does it. Bobby.
At Bobby. Shrimp on the Bobby. Hey, mate.
Bobby.
All right. What do we do now? Do we end?
That's it. It's a fucking wrap, dude.
It's a wrap.
You guys, thanks for tuning in. Oh, we can read these. These are emails. Superfly submissions. Oh. Okay. Read them. Okay. Read one of these as Red Rednecky.
I went shopping. This is Red Rednecky, the redneck comedian. I went shopping at Walmart for a 3-piece suit and came back with 3 pieces of fruit. Come on, get some.
It doesn't even
bomb.
Well, it sounds funny, Johnny. You're getting close. We're going to work on these.
It sounds funny because the way you're saying it, and when you end it, it doesn't almost matter what the middle part is.
I'm Red Rednecky, the redneck comedian. My mom always told me you better get mad before it's too late. Said, what do you mean? She said, never mind. It's already too late. Come on, get home.
It's just a few too many words, but you're getting close, Johnny.
This is one guy submitting all this horse shit.
Oh, here's one from Raven.
Robbie.
Oh, this is a Johnny. Oh, sorry, officer. I didn't know I was swerving. I had 3 Twizzly Willy Wonkas at the Drunken Monks.
Not bad.
Oh, this is Johnny Carson.
Yeah.
3 Twizzly Willy Wonkas at the Drunken Monk.
You know what? I think the only problem
monk
with that
would be singular. Go ahead.
I think it should be 3 Twizzly Wizzlies because it should be 2 and 2.
Yeah.
2 words and 2 words.
3 Twizzly Wizzlies at the Drunken Monkey. Or I don't know.
These are viewer submissions. Okay, I didn't even know we had any.
These are great.
I'm Red Rednecky, the redneck comedian. What's the difference between an alley cat and a polecat? About $20. Come on, get some.
Oh, like a stripper?
That's
I like
good.
that.
A polecat would be the stripper.
It's a little dark. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Frank.
It's a cat stripper.
Mama said, get you a woman that appreciates pest control. On a good day, that's dinner and a show. Come on, get some.
These are pretty good.
What about, okay, if you have any good of those or any good rack'ems, send them in. And we'll wrap up now. Thanks for watching, and also thanks for listening. Mm-hmm. And the studio's almost ready, so we're going to be in here.
Rack 'em.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
This has been a presentation of Odyssey. Superfly is executive produced by Dana Carvey and David Spade. Charlie Finan of Brillstein Entertainment, Jenna Weiss-Berman of Odyssey, Heather Santoro, and Greg Holtzman. Hope you liked it. Mm-hmm.